Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Massive Rhea Ripley match ends in DQ due to Nia Jax interference. Spoiler. The WWE Universe is no stranger to chaos and unexpected turns, but the latest showdown involving Rhea Ripley ended in a manner that left everyone stunned. In what was supposed to be a defining match for Ripley, the dominant women's world champion, the bout ended in disqualification, DQ, thanks to the disruptive and forceful interference of none other than Nia Jax. This was a moment that changed the landscape of the women's division and ignited a rivalry that could tear the WWE roster apart. Rhea Ripley, the powerhouse of the Judgment Day faction, has been on an unstoppable roll since capturing the Women's World Championship. Her strength, agility, and unyielding confidence have made her the face of WWE's women's division, with every match solidifying her place as one of the most formidable champions in recent memory. Ripley has defeated every challenger who dared step into the ring with her, from established veterans to rising stars, proving time and time again why she is known as the Nightmare. However, lurking in the background has been Nia Jax, the imposing force who recently made her return to WWE with a vengeance. Her unpredictable attacks and merciless demeanor have put the entire women's locker room on notice. With her sights set on asserting dominance once more, Jax has made it clear that no one, not even Ripley, is safe from her wrath. The tension between these two powerhouses has been brewing, and it was only a matter of time before their paths collided in a major way. The night started with a palpable buzz in the arena as Rhea Ripley prepared to face her challenger in what promised to be a brutal contest. Ripley, known for her unwavering intensity, walked into the ring with the aura of a champion who knows her worth. Her opponent, a fierce competitor in her own right, was determined to give Ripley a run for her money, but everyone knew the shadow of Nia Jax loomed large over the proceedings. As the bell rang, Ripley wasted no time in taking control of the match, using her superior strength and technical prowess to dominate her opponent. She delivered a series of powerful moves that showcased her athleticism, clotheslines, suplexes, and her signature Riptide Slam that sent shockwaves through the crowd. The WWE Universe was on the edge of their seats, watching Ripley dismantle her adversary with a focus that seemed unbreakable. But just as Ripley appeared to be closing in on another victory to add to her growing legacy, the atmosphere in the arena shifted. The crowd's cheers turned into a chorus of mixed reactions as the familiar entrance music of Nia Jax hit, and she stormed down to the ring with fire in her eyes. Nia Jax's arrival was like a storm rolling in, dark and menacing. She didn't waste a moment, charging into the ring with a fury that caught Ripley off guard. In an instant, Jax was all over Ripley's opponent, throwing her aside like a rag doll before turning her attention to the champion herself. Ripley, to her credit, stood her ground, staring down Jax with the defiant look that has become her trademark. The two juggernauts collided in a flurry of strikes, each blow reverberating like thunderclaps. Ripley fought back valiantly, refusing to be intimidated by the sheer size and power of Jax. The crowd was electrified, witnessing two of the most dominant women in WWE go toe-to-toe in an unsanctioned brawl. However, it became clear that Jax had come with a purpose beyond just a confrontation. She aimed to send a message to Rhea Ripley and the entire women's division that she was back and she was a force to be reckoned with. Jax grabbed Ripley and delivered a bone-crushing Samoan drop, sending the champion crashing to the mat with an impact that seemed to shake the entire ring. The referee, having lost control of the match, had no choice but to call for the bell, ending the bout in a disqualification. As the bell rang and the announcement of the DQ was made, the crowd erupted into a mix of boos and cheers. Ripley, recovering from the devastating attack, got to her feet slowly, her eyes locked on Nia Jax with a look that could only be described as pure rage. The Judgment Day's enforcer had been humiliated in her own domain, and she was not about to let that slide. Jax, standing in the center of the ring, smirked as she stared down Ripley, her expression full of arrogance and satisfaction. The message was clear. Nia Jax had just thrown down the gauntlet, declaring that Ripley's reign was not as invincible as it seemed. The tension between the two women reached a boiling point, with neither willing to back down. Ripley clenched her fists, ready for another round, but before she could retaliate, Jax slipped out of the ring, laughing as she made her way back up the ramp. The arena buzzed with anticipation of what was to come next. Ripley's pride had been wounded, but more importantly, her championship reign was now under a very real threat. As she stood in the ring, seething and glaring at Jax's retreating form, it was clear that this was far from over. Backstage, the reactions from the women's locker room were mixed. Some superstars expressed relief that someone like Nia Jax was taking the fight to Rhea Ripley, while others voiced concern over the chaos that Jax's return had already brought. There was a sense of fear and uncertainty about how this rivalry might escalate, with many wondering who would be caught in the crossfire as these two titans continued to clash. Superstars like Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch were seen exchanging words about the situation, both clearly aware that the dynamics of the women's division were shifting. Belair noted, "This division just got even more dangerous with Nia back in the picture. Rhea's a beast, but Jax, she's unpredictable and ruthless. Nobody's safe." As the dust settles on this chaotic encounter, the question on everyone's mind is simple. What's next for Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax? This isn't just about the Women's World Championship anymore. It's about dominance, respect, and a fight for supremacy in the WWE Women's division. Nia Jax's interference has set the stage for a potential showdown that could be one of the most brutal rivalries in recent history. Ripley, known for her resilience and never-say-die attitude, is unlikely to let this attack go unanswered. But can even the Nightmare stand up to the sheer power and unpredictability of Nia Jax? The WWE Universe is already speculating about the possibility of a high-stakes match between the two, perhaps even at a major pay-per-view event. Will Ripley be able to put Jax in her place, or will Jax continue her reign of terror and stake her claim as the most dominant force in WWE? The dramatic end to Rhea Ripley's match due to Nia Jax's interference has sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe. This was more than just a disqualification, it was a declaration of war. Nia Jax has put the entire women's division on notice, and Rhea Ripley, for the first time in her reign, finds herself with a legitimate threat that she cannot ignore. As the tension between Ripley and Jax escalates, one thing is certain. The WWE Women's division is headed for a seismic shift. This clash of titans promises to be a battle not just for championship gold, but for the soul of the division itself. The WWE Universe eagerly awaits the next chapter in this explosive saga, knowing that when Ripley and Jax finally collide, it will be a moment that no one will ever forget.